Hey guys, AJ here. I just want to let you guys know, thank you guys so much for all the support and all the love you guys have been showing us. And once again, just keep it going. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys keep up to date with all the different products that we're going to be having coming onto our channel here. We love all you guys dearly. Make sure you guys go to our Facebook page and you like it as well so you can keep up with everything that goes on.
Subscribe.
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 And we will see you all real soon. This isn't $1 million competition. This isn't where people get an automatic guaranteed TV contract. These are real people trying to be real wrestlers. This is where they come and train with some of the best trainers in the country, and FXE is becoming very much the #1 training facility in the country. Be advised, guys, this is all real. This is not going to be produced. You're going to see exactly what these guys go through on a daily basis to become independent wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Academy.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yo, what's up? I'm Ladonis. I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, and I've been a fan of wrestling basically my whole entire life. Uh, to be honest, I can't even remember when I actually started watching wrestling. It just seems to always been a part of my life. Watching it as a child, in high school, was able to go to the fairgrounds and watch a couple of shows there, and that's where my passion for wrestling actually grew. Seeing it in person and seeing some great athletes, wrestlers just perform at their highest. It's just so amazing seeing people fly around off the top ropes and stuff like that, and that just completely intrigued me every time I would go and see a show or watch it on television.
And talk a little bit about D. D comes to us with no prior schooling, which is great. So he doesn't have any bad habits. So everything he's learning is all pretty new. One of the best things I love about D is he loves to listen. Um, he's a student of the game by all means. Man, he's lost a ton of weight. Asked Tom constantly, asked me constantly, he's asked Jerry constantly, Jake, Camille. He's asked all of them about, you know, weight loss, training, secrets, things that he needs to work on, things that he needs to, I mean, he's constantly asking about stuff he needs to improve on because he wants to be the better version of what he always wanted to be.
He came to us, um, trying to think of the politically correct term for it, but he came into us slightly overweight, didn't have the best conditioning or cardio. I mean, this job requires a lot of cardio, and you have to be fit. You have to be a bit of an athlete. And D realized that, and the guy, he comes in, he does 3 4 hours of wrestling training, the blow up drills. He never quits. He never stops. He keeps pushing through.
Well, D, unfortunately for D, I don't know if he will ever be able to be a heel in this business because his smile is just too cute. How can you hate the guy? Every time he comes into the room, he says hello, he has the biggest smile on his face, and I mean he could be out there committing murders and I would have no idea just because he just seems like such a sweetheart. I mean, he's so sweet. That's,
I was running camera in the ring last week when he was testing out the pounce. And I know, you've seen this footage now of him, pouncing people out of their sneakers. He almost launched James into the second ring. But I mean, he's also, kind of. Sort of said it about James a couple weeks ago. He's a gentle giant. He's just the nicest dude. But when he's in that ring, man, he's gonna be something special. He already is, but with more, more hands-on training, a couple more months at the academy, putting in the work, like he's going to be getting phone calls from, Stamford, Connecticut area codes and Jacksonville, Florida area codes. And
Hi, I'm Jerry Lynn, professional wrestler. Now, I don't have 2 words for you, but I got 2 questions. 1, is it your dream to become a professional wrestler? 2, are you already a pro wrestler but want to fine-tune your skills? Yeah, buddy! Then come on down to FXE Wrestling Academy. You'll be glad you did, right, boys?
When it comes to my daughter, um, she's 3 now. She'll be 4 in December. Basically, the love of my life. I wouldn't know where I'd be right now if I didn't have her. I got so lucky to find FXE on Facebook one day, and I gave him a call and was talking to Kaylin and came in, and it's been a dream ever since. Um, the first visit I had at FXE was just so enlightening. It felt like I was home already, even though it was my first time visiting. It really felt like at that particular moment that this is where I needed to be. And
We've kind of been working with him on his character and developing a few things, and definitely has come a long way since he's first started with us here. I think we've had him for about probably 6 months, 7 months. He's currently starting to work on his finisher, which is the pounce. Let me tell you, that move was made for this guy. He when he gets you with it, he gets you with it. He's knocked several guys across the ring with this thing so far, and it's pretty impressive. And I'm really looking forward to him. But the only thing I can say about D is, man, just he's a student of the game. He loves to learn. He loves to learn. It just he has to. His focus is great. When he's there, you can tell he wants to always get in there and work with whoever he can.
But he's a guy that always commits, always helps push the other guys when they're training too. So he's got a smile on his face. He never gets boo face if stuff doesn't go wrong. He's just a really good egg, and someone that really does give 110%, and like I said, is really hungry and wants it. And that's all you can ask for. I want to be around people that want it, that are hungry, that go out of their way to do whatever it takes to be able to get to that next step. And D is someone that does that.
Something that Tom and I noticed right away about D a long time ago is that he's great at selling. He was just a natural at selling because he kind of overdoes it a little bit, but it's way better to overdo it than have to bring it out of someone. So he's just a joy to watch in there when he's selling, because that's something that we did not have to really teach him. It just came natural.
You could tell has been putting in the work. Not that none of the other guys have, but I think if me personally, I know nothing about training wrestlers, but if you gave an award for most improved at the academy, my vote would go to Don, because I can see him putting in the work in the ring. I can see him, putting in the work in his promos. Most important, I can see him putting in the work in the gym on his own time. He's, done very well for himself, losing some weight. Looks great.
that when he's not here, he's in the gym. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the cardio. He's putting in the lifting. Don has transformed his body more than anybody else, and that's a real testament to him as a man, but also as somebody who wants this so bad. Because can you imagine that guy in Japan? The havoc he would wreak in. Oh man, I hope he takes me with him. In all honesty, if he's going to Japan, I want to go to Japan. That's beside the point. But Don, it's kind of become a cliche at this point, but we have so many great students. Don is going. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But Don is going to be something very special in this industry.
Out your mouth!
It
with all that being said, it's time for me to take a drink, if you guys don't mind, of this delicious Monster Ultra, one of their best flavors. Find it at a convenience store all across the country. Make sure you guys get one today because it'll make your day better. Seriously, make your day better. What a rush.
I'm Lionel Gilks, originally from Lowell, Massachusetts. Been in Clarksville now for the last, well, I want to say since 2003 when I officially got out the military. Joined the Army in 1998. Went to Korea from 99 to 2000. And from then on, I spent the rest of my time in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Got out of the military, stayed in Clarksville, and been here ever since. Wrestling has really been a big passion of mine. It's really been one of the two things I only wanted to do in life growing up.
But remember when you were in school and everybody had that class guy that was louder and more funnier and just was kind of like the class clown kind of a guy? Well, we kind of have that here at the Academy as well. And that guy that makes all of us laugh all the time, his name is Lionel. You guys will know him by Marcus here soon. Yeah, buddy. Definitely slow down a little bit. Once he gets that, I think he's going to be pretty amazing. And he definitely is going to have something there with his character and where he's going. He has the potential to be unbelievably huge. But one thing I'm trying to say with him right now is, he's, a lot of the guys don't think that he's quit smoking. He stopped smoking about 14 weeks ago, I believe. And I believe him. I haven't really seen it since.
And he doesn't have the best physique in the world, but he tries. He tries his hardest. He's hungry. He'll always be in there trying to make the guys laugh or lighten up the situation. Sometimes you need a bit of comic relief. He really does try, and he's very hungry. I feel that even though he knows he might struggle through a drill, or it might take him a while to get something, he'll give it a college field try, and that's really all you can ask for.
Lionel, well, see, my favorite type of people in this world are ones that are kind of shy and quiet, and you don't, know they're there because they're mysterious. Lionel's not that.
Yeah, buddy!
Lionel walks into the room and right away your ears are ringing because he's so loud. But hey, he knows how to bring the attention to himself.
Our resident class clown, Lionel Gilks, who has now taken on the persona of Marcus Yeah Buddy Walker, which grew out of a catchphrase. Remember when the New Day started and everybody hated them because they were over the top and they were trying to do like the evil preacher thing, but it wasn't quite working. But they had all the mannerisms right. And then the more they did it, the more people started to embrace the kind of weirdness. And that's kind of what's happening with Marcus. He hasn't won everybody over yet, but his energy is infectious. It's probably not the only part of him that's infectious.
Yeah, buddy. A lot of people want to know where that came from. Of course, it all started with the bodybuilder Ron Coleman, and he would use that as a way to hype himself up when he's seeing heavy weights. And I started saying it here in class.
Yeah, buddy!
As a way to motivate myself as well. And I kind of used it too as a way to come against what my naysayers may say. Not to say people here are negative, but it's no big secret. I would get gassed out. I would get blown up real quick and easy in drills, and
You know, when people say, "Oh, Lionel, you're not gonna make it through this drill," I just holler out, "Yeah, buddy!" And it started off as an annoyance, but it's catching on. It's really catching on. Everybody's saying, "Yeah, buddy," now.
You know, he may not finish first, but he'll finish. And, you know, he may come in last sometimes because he's winded and he's blown up and he's just doesn't have anything left. But he won't have anything left. But I'll tell you what, he'll give it all of his heart. And I know he's doing this because he wants to better his life for him and his family. That's what he talks about all the time. And he wants to make this a better life for all of them. And I have to commend him for that because he's not just doing this for himself. He's doing this for the betterment of them. And I think that's real special.
Yeah, buddy. Lionel, aka Marcus. That dude from day one has been a big ball of energy. He's still a ball of energy, just not as big. He's been really working on his physique and all that. That guy, man, from day one has been just fun to be around. He will talk trash to me for 2.5 hours straight. We'll be doing a drill and I look across and there's that glare coming off that dome of his staring at me. And mine's glaring right back at him, you know? And then after practice, he runs up to me, "Hey man, I'll see you Friday," with a big old hug and a big old smile. That is someone that you always want to have around this place.
Lionel also has a family. He's a family man, and so the fact that he can juggle his relationship and his family at home is a testament to how much that he wants to be a professional wrestler. He's doing it for his family, you know, which we all are. At the end of the day, we're all in it to make money. We don't want to break our bodies for nothing, and so. I don't think that you can have a better reason to be a professional wrestler than to try and take care of your family.
But Lionel, he does work hard. You can tell that he really, really, really does love wrestling and what he's doing in here. He needs to work on his cardio a little bit. I think we all know that about Lionel. I think he knows that about himself. But even for that, he's supposedly quit smoking. So that's a good thing. I know that's probably helped out, a bit. And just keep up that cardio, and we'll see what happens with Lionel.
I got the utmost respect for Lionel. I mean, before he came to FXE, he had prior training from a different location that was 3 hours away. He would go to work and then drive 3 hours, come home, sleep for 2 hours, and then go to work and do the whole process for the time being he was out there. But he's a pretty good dude. He comes here, he works hard. He has probably the most energy out of everybody here.
So Lionel's a guy who, when I think of like a class clown, Lionel's that guy. Not that he doesn't take his craft seriously, but he's always the guy trying to get a laugh out of people. Has a lot of charisma, but he busts his butt in the ring. He's doing well for himself as far as his training goes.
In terms of, getting his cardio right, all that kind of stuff. But, props to him. He quit smoking a few weeks ago. So, that's going to improve things. It's a mixed bag with Marcus, but, some of the best things are mixed bag.
Every time I say something, somebody want to say something about what I'm saying. But when somebody else says something, don't nobody say nothing about what they saying, but want to say something about what I'm saying something. That's okay, because I ain't going to say nothing no more, because you ain't got to worry about me saying something, because nothing something but say something no more. That's all I got to say.
What the hell's been? Who the? Oh, hey! What? Didn't you get the message? Yeah, I bought out this office. You really should check your emails. Bye-bye now.
What the friggin' message? This mother...